Well, topping the news at 5:30, I'm joined now by Cheektowaga Councilman Michael Jasinski. Councilman, thank you so much for joining me. We had the supervisor on yesterday. You immediately texted, I believe, a producer here saying there were false rhetorics, I think you said. You have the floor.
Yeah, so it was said how that, we missed board meetings and stuff. I don't know about anybody, but, getting a notice on a Friday evening and expect that they take off on a Monday for, because two of the board members that missed the meeting, Vern Thompson and myself, both have full-time jobs. I typically work till 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. So for myself to take off, and be able to attend this board meeting, it just wasn't fair. The meeting went on. It shouldn't have been. That meeting should have been adjourned. There was no quorum. There should have been no comments at the end, but they felt the need to politicking and getting their point across to try to say that we don't attend board meetings. So the bigger problem is the person who's there saying that we don't attend board meetings should really follow his own rules. He missed the labor negotiation meetings twice. And he's missed 2 out of the 3 board meetings in the past 2 months. So I think he needs to live by his own rules.
How much time were you given before the board meeting? Notified?
I didn't know until it came out publicly because I've tried to reach out to Supervisor Nowak many times. He doesn't return my calls. So I didn't know until it went public because they do not call me. They do not answer my calls. So I didn't know that. And I didn't find out until later in the day and Friday. And I don't know about most people. I just can't take off from my job and attend a meeting like that in short notice.
So you're saying you just need more time there. Supervisor,
sure.
He needs more time. Okay, what else?
Well, the thing is that, I have no problem making the regular board meetings. I've never seen so many special meetings. I worked with Diane Benchkowski, the last supervisor. Her and I didn't always see eye to eye, but we respected each other. And she didn't always have these special, unnecessary meetings. We don't need all these special meetings. That's what the regular board meetings are for. That's what the work session's for. We can accomplish a lot more as if we do it during the allotted times, the scheduled times. We signed up for this job. We attend the regular meetings, but anything outside of that, it's going to be a gamble.
Okay. It seems like there is an issue with communication, though, and getting things done during these regular board meetings. There's a lot of butting heads going on. I mean, let's bring up this resolution here. Back in April, you came on Channel 4. You said you don't like bonding. You don't like taxing the taxpayers more money than necessary to get things done like road work. There was a resolution. You are a sponsor on this resolution. In April to take from the reserves for some mill work on some roads, but then you turned it down. Why is that? Well,
I felt we needed to amend it, and I thought we needed more time to talk about it. As Supervisor Nowak does too. He amends things and he changes things at the last minute. So I felt that, we really needed some time to figure it out. The long and short of it is, once these infrastructure projects came to fruition, we saved the taxpayers $8 million. Supervisor Nowak wanted a bond for $10 million. We went back and forth a couple meetings. We finally came to a common ground where we said, hey, we can do the same work but less money because we saved the taxpayers over $8 million.
There you go. That's huge. So how can we get more things done like that in the future in Cheektowaga?
I think that, the problem is Cheektowaga is not a dictatorship. We all are equals on this board. We all have a way of talking about things. My background is in P&L. I'm a bean counter. I watch numbers. I do P&L, labor costs, material costs. That's what I do each and every day. I bring that flavor to the table, and I want to be able to use that to the best advantage of the taxpayers of Cheektowaga. But if it doesn't coincide with what Mr. Nowak wants to do, he just doesn't want to come to a common ground. 100% of Republican-backed resolutions he said no to. I've agreed to plenty of their resolutions on the Democrat side. What Cheektowaga needs, they need a leader who's not going to stomp their feet and point fingers and call people out by name. We need a leader who can lead by example, somebody who's mature enough to handle the tough situations.
Okay. In the future, when there are issues with the roads in Cheektowaga, when there are issues with the sewer, do you agree with bonding for those issues? Because reserves can only last for so long.
So talking about sewer, so we talk about committees. I used to be on the sewer committee. Mr. Nowak felt the need to take me off that sewer committee. So how am I supposed to talk with the sewer department head? I used to be, the committee on the highway. He took me off that committee. How am I supposed to talk with people on the highway if I'm taken off those committees? I was on the police committee. Same thing. How can I talk to the people in these committees when he's taking me off of it. He's like,
I don't think you
boxing me out.
answered my question. Are you okay with bonding if it comes down to that?
As long as it doesn't equate to raising taxes, you know, there's fiscal bonding, right? So we know some of the bonding's falling off at the end of the year. So we don't want to add to the, you know, the burden, the tax burden. We want that, you know, section of bonding to fall off, and we can have more bonding take its place. We don't want to bring up, you know, the debt. We want to be able to maybe at least keep it even.
Got it. I feel like, I wasn't here yesterday, but I feel like a middleman almost between you guys. If we could get you both on together, and I believe both of you have said no to that in the past. If we could get you on both together, would you agree to it?
Absolutely. I think, you know,
I think you just need to talk this out, because you say one thing, he says another. It's confusing for me, and if it's confusing for me, it's confusing for the taxpayer.
100%, and they don't know what goes on behind closed doors and stuff like that and what we talk about. So I think it would be fair to the constituents of the town of Cheektowaga to be able to have that opportunity.
Yeah, that would be great.
I totally welcome it. My door's open, my phone's always on. I welcome it.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Councilman, thank you for coming on.